So change in the tech world is inevitable, but how is it that we can make it so it's not something that is feared by people on the team or stressful to people on the team, knowing that this is something that is guaranteed to happen as a company changes and grows?
Yeah, I was speaking to some of our team literally about this because there's so much change going on with their own company. It was just like, okay, let's just stop and see how you are. And the reason why that's so important is because change can be exciting, change can be annoying, and change can be something that people embrace or shy away from. And it depends on certain things that are going on for them at the moment. Now, some people like change more than others. So when we're talking about innovators, people, entrepreneurial people who love to create new ideas, change is fun. Let's just whack out some more change, some new ideas. And it's fun to work at that level. And that's their job to do that. And other people, when they are tasked with actually completing something, they want to get to the point of completion and they don't want you to change it because they actually want to get the result. So there can be a lot of friction between the leader, the entrepreneur, and the people who actually need to solve it. So the first thing is there too much change going on and they're not able to complete work? Because with that completion of work comes that satisfaction, I've done something useful and something important. And if there's always change going on, it's like, when do I ever get to feel like I've done something valuable? So if there is a lot of change going on, you still need to make people realize what they've done is valuable. But then you just pulled the rug out and we got to start again or going in a different direction. So making sure that people feel that what they've been doing, even if there's a lot of change, that it's still valuable is essential, because people just get frustrated. I'm doing all of this stuff, but I'm never seeing what I envisaged I will actually complete. So that's really important. Getting buy-in to the change. Because if we have changed forced upon us, then that can be very stressful, even if you like change. Because again, and a competitor can do this, or a stakeholder can do this, or the environment can change it, the economic, there's so many different things from outside can make it change, make it happen. And then it's, I have no control. So the more you can get people to buy into the change and even make it their own change, they're designing the change, and they may not, you may not get them to come up with where you're going. That may be for you as a leader to do that, or perhaps a competitor has added a functionality that all of a sudden just makes your stuff old and redundant. You then say, right, we've got to do this. So you might be setting the goal, but get them into the process of how you're going to fix it, how get them to buy into how to deal with the change. Because the more we feel that we're in charge of the change, the happier we are, because we're deciding to change. So the more you get your team into the, even if it's not the what you're doing, it's the how to do it, the more they will buy into it, and it'll be less stressful and more exciting for them because they're in charge of it. And the other thing, there's a whole, we've got 4 or 5 modules on this in the program on this. But the one thing that people forget is no matter how much you like change, there's always a point when we go, that's enough. Or we can't handle it. We all have a tolerance limit to change. And unfortunately, our tolerance limits are different, and they're not necessarily, we're not going to hit them at the right time, because we might go, I've done nothing but change and change. And you still want more, and I'm done. I can't do any more. I need some stability. Certainty is the most desired emotion for human beings, because certainty means I am in control. I know what's going on, and we love certainty. So we might like change, but at least we know everything's okay at this level. And there's a point when we just tip over that and we go, enough. So just watch for that with people. And we talk about a lot in the program on how to deal with that. And the other thing on that is, you may not be thinking there's much change going on within the company, but there may be a lot of change going on for your team outside of the business. There may be a lot of personal change or relationship change or whatever, and that goes to our tolerance limit. So there may only be a little bit of change at work, maybe constant, it may be maybe a roadmap for that change, but there may be a lot of change going on that you don't know about, and then all of a sudden they just go, I've had enough, I can't deal with any more change. And you're going, we only have got a little bit of work. We know what's coming. This has been in the plan for ages, but they're up to here because of other stuff. So pay attention to external as well, because someone may not be able to cope.
That's a great one to remember. It's like people bring their whole selves to work. And so there's all these other things that could be going on that contribute to that change tolerance. And then at a certain point, it starts to feel like thrash if it's moving every which way too often. So it's a great thing to keep in mind. A lot of people gloss over. It's not just about the work.
Yeah.